Okay, so now that we have it mapped, we are ready to export. So the thing to be aware of is the smoothness of edges. If you're exporting meshes out of SketchUp into something like Substance Paint or really anything, hard edges will, when you paint, will inherit that. And if we're going to bake maps out from this, we're going to get all these kind of flat looking appearance. It's like when do I have it installed in this version of SketchUp? Sub D, I don't have it in 2016 yet, 2017. But anyway, we don't want this effect to happen. Where's the styles? If I turn off edges, that harsh low poly look that you get, that you will bake that information into the texture if you leave the edges have a hard property. So we need to resolve that. So because this is all quad based, using TomTom's convention, I can just use smooth quads here and here, and we get the smooth appearance. And this is the kind of thing we want our baker to see, that this is a smooth organic shape. The same goes down here. We need to take off the smooth appearance basically on everything. So now everything is smooth. Another thing to be aware when you're exporting meshes out of SketchUp is that everything needs to be triangulated. If you don't triangulate and you export to FBX, you get hundreds and hundreds of textures. So go ahead and select everything and just run the triangulate quad tool. This is already all done, so I know I'm okay. And when we export to FBX, so export 3D model, FBX, share 2. I'm going to go into my SketchUp, export FBX, share 2 is okay, options, export only the current selection, export the maps, and swap. The Y is up, I think I have to swap, I'm not sure. We go ahead, if not, we can fix it. And export, and it'll report back. Here's the important one. There's one material and one texture exported. If you didn't triangulate, you're going to see one material and however many textures for every square face, because of non-triangulation. And in something like this, if you didn't triangulate, you've gotten like 2,000 or 3,000 little textures coming out. So it's important to triangulate. With that done, we can go into Substance Painter and do a new file. I'm going to stick with this Metal Rough workflow. I'm going to open or export FBX chair 2. I'm going to want the resolution to be 2K, and I'm going to click OK. And here's our chair. Press F2, F3, F1 to see both the map and the 3D model. We can start painting on. So you can start painting if you wanted to. With the brush, paint a color, grab a color, red, you can start painting. You can see it's painting over here seamlessly. Beautiful. So we're ready to go. So the first thing we need to do is bake out some of the information out of this. So here under texture settings, we can bake textures. So I want to get everything except an ID map and a position map. The output size, we've got 2K, and we can just click bake. And you can see that the Substance Painter is picking up the name of the texture that it was exported to FBX. So all our textures are baked now, and Substance Painter can utilize these maps to help us when we make masks and do various smart material painting onto the chair. So let's go ahead and do that. Grab this and move it up, and I go to my smart materials, and I'm looking for a wood. So just in the search panel, I can put in wood. And there's this pirate wood. If we hover, we can see it, and that's okay. Wood chest. I like the look of this. I'm going to drag it here into the layers panel, and you'll see everywhere gets painted. Now, when we unwrapped, we had our wood direction going this way, and you can see that this texture has it orientated this way, so we need to fix that. And we also need to fix it so it doesn't paint the cushions. So I'm going to make a group. I'm going to add this texture into the group, and on the group I'm going to add a black mask, and then with the selection tool I'm going to select UVs and say this, all these will be the wood. You can see now the wood material is only getting applied where I want it to. We obviously need to make some adjustments. So this is a base color. These are the fibers which I can see are running that direction. I need to change the rotation of those. So now we can see we have some of them running up and down, which is kind of cool, which is what we want. This is a sharpen, base color diffuse. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I can see something running this direction. What is it? Some sort of a grunge map. Yeah, it's a grunge pass on this, which is here. We have sharpened fibers. Well, we have these wood fibers, which have a rotation on them that we need to kill. Yes, that was it. So now we have exactly what we want on our legs. Pretty much done with those. Roll up this group and I'll call it wood. Now we have to apply fabric. This layer is redundant, I'll delete it. So now I have to apply a fabric material. So again, I'll go fabric. And what have we got? We have some of these. I want a nice what do we go with? I'm kind of leaning towards this. What about these ones? These have crinkles in them. They can change the color, I don't mind. So drag it in and test it and see. And again, it'll paint the whole model because we have no mask to stop it. So again, make a group, drag this one into the group on the folder, add a black mask, and we're saying the fabric is only getting applied where we see it. So now we have a nice chair. We can go into this smart material and say, well, the color of this, I want it to be kind of a reddy color. There we go, mute it a bit. That's nice. And if you want to see the texture, what it'll look like, that's the base color we're going to get. These threads are probably a bit large, and these are coming in from here maybe. I go one. No. This is dirt. Fabric bright aged. Technical parameters. If we set this to 1, yeah, this is controlling it, so I'll set this to 6. So now we get a kind of a finer material look to this. And we're pretty much done. Here's how the model would look like if you go to render it. And you can step through the various things. So here's our base color. It's our height map, we have no information. Roughness map. Metallic map. Here's our normal map. Our normal map with our height information. And back to our base color. So you can just go ahead and say File, Export Textures. It's going to export all of these into this export location. Click OK. It's going to export to the, you can see here, 2K. It's done. Now inside in SketchUp, all I